So as for this video, the election is the upcoming week. Okay. We're days away from it. Will we know the actual results of the maybe not? I will be over at the Blaze TV for like 5-6 hours doing some election coverage on Tuesday. So you can see me over there. Of course, that'll be live. All of us will be there. Glenn, all of us over there will be doing our thing. And going into the election, there's one thing that I want you to focus on. There's one thing I want you to understand. And that's this. When this election takes place, there will absolutely be a group of people, and we need to be as precise as possible in naming them. But there will be a group of people that will act up. And by act up, I mean mess up other people's livelihoods, be it in their property, their jobs, where they work, in the event that they don't get their way. And I want to be very clear and precise who that's going to be. It's going to be coming from the left. And I hate that what we're doing is trying to act like, oh, well, depending on who wins, that, you know, there's going to be this sort of turmoil there may be some civil unrest, there may be some rioting. And we're not being precise as far as who's actually going to be responsible for it. It's not going to be the Trump supporters. I don't care how you feel about Trump or his supporters. I have a video coming up talking about Republican socialism. It's going to be a good one. Will be one of my more downvoted videos, as all love them are. But we need to be precise about who it's coming from. Make no mistake that if there is to be rioting, if there is to be businesses destroyed, if there are to be people's houses and stuff set on fire because people are mad or something like that, that's going to come from the left. It's going to come from the people that have been doing it for a while now, certainly post George Floyd. Let's be precise, guys. And let's also discuss the groups of people that have authorized them to be able to do this and get away with it, or incentivize them to do it. The Democrats. As people started burning buildings and looting and stuff like that, what did they say? It's just stuff. It's just stuff. Why do you care more about stuff than you care about lives, right? Because you can't possibly have two positions at the same time, because you're retarded, I guess. But you can't possibly have two positions at the same time. You can't. So when you talk about people that have decided, well, something happened that I don't like, therefore I'm going to burn my neighbor's building down. You have a bunch of people yelling, squirrel. Why can't we focus on this? And why can't, I'm like, wait a minute. Why can't I do both? Who in the hell said that I couldn't do both? Who said that I couldn't do both? Right? Who made the statement? It's bull crap. The reality of the situation is, if you decide to blow stuff up because you call yourself angry, which is bull crap, by the way, we'll get to that in a minute, I get to call you out. It's the voice of the unheard, or they are grieved. Shut up. Just please shut up. Shut up. That is a stupid statement, right? I don't get done wrong by someone and then decide to burn my neighbor's building down, right? I go to the Blaze or something, Glenn says something and piss me off or something like that. And then instead of addressing it with Glenn, I go burn my neighbor's house down. That's how stupid that sounds, right? It's the same damn thing that these guys do. And actually it's worse because it's not even their experience. You think they know the guy that got shot by the cop in Philadelphia? Of course not. A lot of them don't even know their name. That's because they're opportunistic jackasses. The problem is that you have folks such as, again, the Democratic Party who have essentially authorized them to be able to act up like that. So instead of addressing the problem and saying, well, even Obama had enough sense to address it and say, no, that's not how you respond. Instead, you had a bunch of people saying, well, no, you can do that. Or you rather can't say anything about it, or you have to agree with what it is that they're doing because they're lashing out at this injustice that's taking place. Right. The guy fucking taking stuff out of, I don't know, Foot Locker. Yeah, he cares so much. He's so distraught. He's so distraught at police brutality, guys, that he took those Jordans. It's a stupid comment. It doesn't make sense. And yes, they deserve to be called out on their buffoonery. And if you authorize that, you a clown too. But that's the problem, is that a bunch of people have authorized it. They've excused it. It's just stuff, right? Because that's just how insurance works, right? Everybody has the proper type of insurance, right? Where everything that they have burned is going to be reimbursed, and it's going to be reimbursed just like that, right? Never mind the people that work at the place. Never mind any of that you just destroyed the place that they work at. Never mind any of that. Never mind the people that get goods from the Walmart that you just utterly destroyed that's going to have to be closed down. Targets getting up out. I believe it was like hundreds of them have been closing around the world. But hey, I guess people being out of jobs, non-rich people being out of jobs, it's okay because you call yourself mad at police brutality. These guys are stupid. So again, we have to be precise about who it's going to come from. This isn't, well, Trump supporters are going to start riding. If Obama of all people didn't get them to start burning stuff up, they ain't going to get to that point. So let's be precise about who it's going to come from. It's going to come from the left. That's who's going to mess stuff up, and it's going to be especially if Trump wins. That's why they're going to be acting up. And the Democratic Party, because they are so power-hungry, authoritarian asshats that they're the same ones that they claim that the other side is, but because they don't have that power that they want to rule with the iron fist, they don't get that power. They encourage you to act up. And that's why we're in the positions that we're in. That's why we're in the position that we're in. So, when the election results take place, and if there is to be a side that is going to start getting in the way of innocence en masse, and just generally start being destructive to people that had nothing to do with anything, it's going to come from the leftists. Let's be as precise as absolute possible, right? That's just what it is. That's what it is.